Well, hello, this is Christine Howard. Welcome to my virtual booth here at San Diego Women's Week. I am extremely excited to be participating as an exhibitor in this event today. This is my first time attending the event, and I will say I have so loved every speaker, every connection, conversation, post that I've made over the last few days as I've started to get to know all of you amazing women who are doing great things in the corporate world. So in our time together today, I have three key topics that I want to share with you to help you get to know me better, what I do, who I work with, and some of the solutions that I offer. And if you stay to the end, I have an invitation for you. So the key thing I want to start with is a message to share that it is critical right now in the world that each of us commit to living a radiant life turned on. Now, you may not know what that means right now, but I am going to share with you briefly what that means and why I think it's imperative that each of us as women make this commitment. Let me start by saying this. Have you taken a look at where the world is right now? Right? I know we're all in the throes of COVID, and that is just one small topic of many. I believe that part of the collective problems that are going on in the world is because we as women have been denying our true selves, denying our true essence. We have been holding back and not shining and being who we are innately here to be. I have loved so much hearing the speakers so far where they have just stepped into what was speaking to them, what was calling to them, to listening to their gut, to being open for new opportunities, and for not even climbing the ladder, but really allowing themselves to express and experience the fullness of who they are being. That at the core is what it means to live a radiant life turned on. It's not a life that's without problems or challenges. It's actually has that and so much more. A radiant life turned on is where you commit to living your fullest life, you commit to expressing your fullest self, and you do that by saying yes in an authentic way, in an aligned way, by using your intuition and owning your self-worth to do projects, jobs, careers, service, to bring your gifts out in the world in a way that is in alignment with what matters most to you. As Damon John said not that long ago, what is your why? Your why isn't to have the money or to have the house or to have certain things. Your why is something much deeper and bigger. Radiant women who live their life turned on are deeply connected to their why. They deeply know who they are, and they are willing to take a stand to live that life that is in alignment with who they truly are. That is what I teach. That is who I am as a coach. I am here committed for us to have a radiant society, a society of radiant leaders, radiant achievers. And again, it's women that have all committed to living authentically in all aspects of their lives. In one of the earlier episodes when they were doing the panel discussion, it's about addressing the whole being, right? We're whole beings that have body, mind, and spirit. And radiant women that are living a radiant life turned on, they have a blend of the inner and the outer connection. So it's not just living from your ego, it's also living from your heart. So I invite you to commit to pursuing a life that is full of radiance and that you truly feel and live turned on every day, where you are in gratitude, you are excited to say yes to what that day has in store for you. Not that you're going to love everything you do, we never do, but you are willing to do what it takes to express your fullest self. And that could be in your career, in your relationships, your health, in your community, every aspect of your life. That's the first part of my message. So then the second part that I want to share with you is, as a coach, as a speaker, author, teacher, what are those key problems that I solve for or work with you to solve? So first and foremost, I am the mentor for that ambitious woman. You have those big goals, your dreams, your ideas. Even if you're not pursuing them now, you have a connection maybe in your gut or in your heart that there is something next, something different, maybe something bigger than how you've been showing up. Some of the messages I've been reading talk about, I know there's more for me. I know I have a bigger purpose. Yes, you do. And as a coach, what I support you in doing is looking at where you are holding yourself back. Because whether we want to admit it or not, our biggest obstacle is our brain, our mind, our conditioned programs about who we are. So I help my clients to get clear on, where are you holding yourself back? Maybe you have that low self-esteem or that self-doubt about this new adventure because you haven't done it before. Or possibly you're stuck in overwhelm, which is so common these days. And I'm going to raise my hand. I was absolutely one of those women back before my transitions that was so stuck in overwhelm. I was living on a treadmill of life, really just going through the motions of life. I was hearing these little nagging messages from my intuition, my higher self, and I ignored them time and time again. I ignored them long enough that I ended up with a health crisis that caused me to stop my life and pay attention to what really matters most. That's another message I've seen a couple times in posts, is this COVID time has given you the space to sit down and self-reflect and look at what really does matter most to me. I know often in culture, in our society, we are taught all the fulfillment is with these external things, right? Maybe it's climbing the corporate ladder. Maybe it is having material experiences and wealth. And we can have those things and realize they're great, but it's not the whole picture, right? So I help you to really listen to the gut, listen to the heart, connect in with what's calling to you, speaking to you, as well as helping you peel back those layers, peel back to your authentic, innate, radiant self, and then let more of her show up every day. It's scary to follow those big dreams. It's scary to pivot. That's been another big topic today. It's scary to really, truly go for what your heart is calling you to do. I know for many years I was frozen. My feet would not move off the starting gate because I was afraid of what people would think of me. I was waiting for somebody's approval, right? I was looking out there versus in here for success. And all of that led me to live a life that was good, but it wasn't authentically who I was. And since I've made these changes, and again, doing the things that I would support you in doing, in getting rid of the overwhelm, the overwork, the self-doubt, the stuckness, peel back the layers to truly get to that deep place of what's important to you, and then live your life from that place, whether it's in your career, relationships, community, whatever aspect. That is what I would love for you to have your life be about, if that's what you desire for yourself, right? So I help you to take the baby steps to see where you're holding yourself back. That's the core, and describe some of the key problems that I support my clients in working through, those blocks that we create for ourselves. And so then how do I do that? I do that in a variety of ways. So certainly as a coach, I do one-on-one coaching. That has been a cornerstone since I first became a coach back in early 2001. And I also have had a variety of different group programs. I will say your meeting me at just a perfect time, because it is my intention to launch a group mastermind, because I've seen the power, and I'm experiencing it here, as I'm sure you are in this event today, seeing the power of women working together to support each other, encourage each other, give each other feedback on what they've used, what they've done, what they've worked through, right? And every time we see one of those examples, it gives us a little more courage and motivation to take that next step ourselves. So there will be a mastermind that I'm launching in the very near future. I will be announcing it shortly. It will be a pilot, because my ultimate intention is to do a year-long mastermind program. However, I'm going to start with a 6-month program, so this could be a great time for you to jump in and make a really big commitment to yourself, to invest in a way that will not just help you achieve your goal. It's so much more than that. The goal is just the end point. It's the journey of how you show up along the way. And that's one of the powerful things of my work, is that you will learn very quickly that you can have joy in the journey toward whatever goal it is. That's been transformational for my clients, and it was transformational for me when I first realized and then began living my life that way. So that's the service side, but I also have products. And back when I was going through my life transitions, I had early stage breast cancer, and followed right after that, or during that time, my 21-year marriage ended. Not the vision for my future that I was planning to have, but what did I have to do? I had to let go of all those old messages. Hello, Eileen, come on in. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Chris.
How are you? I'm giving my little pitch. You're part of it. So I was just sharing on my, I talked about my services, and now I'm just sharing a little bit about my products. And when I was going through my healing journey, I started to take a really deep look at my life and what was working, what wasn't working. And one thing I realized front and center from some mirror work I started doing is that I was not loving myself. In my head, I could say, I love you, but I didn't feel it. So I began to really connect with my creativity, and out of that came a product idea that became a mantra makeup mat. And it's one of my cornerstone products that I offer. And basically what it is, I'm going to show you my favorite one here in my pile, is, I don't have my favorite one in the pile. It's a teal version of this. So it's a mat. There's 9 designs. They all have different messages, and you can read them like mantras, but you do it in the mirror, and you do it with feeling. So you don't just say, I am one of a kind, and that alone makes me beautiful. You feel what that feels like to be one of a kind. And little by little, when I was doing this process, it allowed me to truly gain confidence, to gain the courage to go for those dreams and those callings that were speaking to me in other parts of my life. So the mantra makeup mat is great because it keeps your counter clean, but it also gives you 2 minutes where you can center, connect, love, and appreciate you, and truly give to yourself before you go out and give to the world. Now, I know everybody's at home, and even if you're not wearing makeup, you can still do this ritual after you brush your teeth or after you wash your face in the morning. It's a great ritual. And there's a card that is included with every mat that tells you how to do this ritual. I'm a big, big, big believer in having your sacred rituals. We talked about self-care. That's another one of the community posts, is what do you do for self-care? There's so many things. But taking some time to truly love yourself is huge for your growth, for your expression of your highest self in life. So I also then, after the mats, I created a line of t-shirts, and this might look awkward for you because it's can you see it? It shows fine for me, but it might be reverse and backwards for you, which is what it's supposed to be, because it's meant for you to look in a mirror and be able to read the messages. And this t-shirt is, I am strong, I am capable, I am talented, I am blessed, I am enough. And how many of us feel and go through our day feeling we're not enough in some aspect or multiple aspects of our lives? So having a t-shirt where every time you catch your reflection in the mirror, you can pause and say, you're right, I'm enough, I'm blessed, right? Being gratitude, it can truly transform a day that maybe was starting to slide downhill or wasn't so good to a day where you are in gratitude and you're looking around being blessed for everything that you do already have. So that's another thing. I have a mini book that I created recently that is a 14-day journey to introduce you to living this radiant life turned on and becoming what I call a radiant achiever. I have this on my website. It's great little price, and then you can do a self-paced 14-day journey with yourself, or this could be great for a reading club or a book club to go and really take some time to learn some new concepts maybe, or implement in nuggets and baby nuggets, some changes that you'd like to make that are all centered around you living your fullest life and expressing who you truly are. So that is the product side. And I would love to open it up if there's any questions. Eileen, thank you for being here. I'm so grateful. I don't know if people had issues getting into my booth or not, but do you have any particular questions for me, Eileen? Not to put you on the spot.
Wait, I had to unmute myself. No, I came in late, I guess, when you were explaining, what it is you do, and I got to see some of the products. And
yes. Okay, perfect. Yes, and I actually, what I'm going to do is put this recording on the site, so people who missed the call can do this. So I think my last invitation, and in the beginning, if you're just watching this, like if anybody else pops in, hi Stephanie, glad you're here. In the beginning, I really chatted a bit about what does it mean to live a radiant life turned on, and why is it so important right now? Actually, I feel it's critical right now that we as women adopt this new belief for ourselves in our life, because when we are being our best selves and we're following our highest path, when we are saying yes to our heart and our soul and those things that are truly important to us, as Damon was saying, what is that why? Like really drill down, what is your why for everything you do, and really be connected to that. I believe that it's a ripple effect, right? So how we show up and have a conversation with our spouse or a family member or a neighbor or a coworker, it creates this ripple, and the ripple brings healing, it brings love, and these are two critical things that we need more of in the world right now. So it can truly start with us, and we can do that by committing to living our version of a radiant life turned on. So I talk a lot about that in the beginning of the video, and what does that really mean? And then, as a coach, I help you to bring that to life. I've got my books and my coaching. I mentioned I'm going to launch a mastermind soon. You can hear a little bit more about that. And then my last invitation, because I know some women really are wanting something in now. What can I do now? I have an app called the Radiant Achiever. In the app, I have videos, I have articles, journal entries. It's a free app. And if you're looking and craving for something you can do now to get you started toward living your highest version of your life and bringing your dreams and goals to life, I encourage you to download that app. Yeah, you also can sign up for a free membership that gives you extra content. And it's a great next step for you to step into your vision for life. And with that, I want to say thank you for being here. Okay, hi Gerard, glad you're here. I still have actually 5 minutes. So if anybody else has comments, everyone's kind of popping in popcorn style, which is cool. Gerard, I mentioned to the gals that were on before, I'm going to post this video and people can go back and watch all my, the goodness that I brought to the event today. So I think I will probably, unless you have any particular questions, Gerard, or want to see anything in particular, maybe let me do this. I'm going to stop the recording.